master navigators through the mind.
Here we go!
He's killing it.
Watch out.
He's showing love and he's mad about it. Madluh. That's why we say,
Come on, man, you already know.
Madluh.
I'm too wavy when I kill him, I'ma drown. Too much sauce, I'm a boss, where they found them. I be sitting up top, mooking down them. Circle full of red ones, those squares around them. I think they love my style. They loving it, loving it, loving it. Yeah, I think they love my style. They loving it, loving it, loving it. Yeah, I think they love my style. They loving it, loving it, loving it. Yeah, I think they love my style. They loving it, loving it, loving it. Yeah, I think they love my style. I be winning, but who really keeping score? Level up like we really beat the ball. Why they talk about it? I do really live it. Troll me, but they love me. They just too scared to admit it. But I'm just regular. But these on my tip. Throw a little shade cause I'm on my wish upon the star, but I won't quit. Ain't no telling where I'm heading. How much bands on my account? We the monopoly. Pay taxes if you land on my house. Talk. Watch how quick you get these hands on your mouth. I keep splashing even if a nigga land in the drought. I am not one of these artists. I'ma get money regardless. Still getting some beautiful. Got me acting so dummy retarded. Peep though, I'm just talking about street clothes. High end, but I'm cheap though. Win-win with no cheat codes. Yeah, 100 miles and running, I'ma gun it. Tell you stylist that I've already done it. I'm too.
Yo, this is a problem. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home to the unsigned artists. Special guest in the building, hailing all the way from Queens. I'm going to not say the official government or, passport name.
Because he knows he only get one time to say it. Then I got to go Men in Black on people.
KDK, she's always had her eyes set on media and visuals, leading her to her first love in photography. This is literally how I met Shorty. We was at a mutual friend's event. And, it was one of those things like, hey, how you doing? We went to work. And then all of a sudden it was like, do you mind if I use your light? And I was like, yeah, go ahead. Because she had to do her shots, because the place got crazy, it was a teen event. It started off as a teen event.
No, it was crazy because I outside of the people running the event, I'm pretty sure we were the only two adults in that event while there was like 150 some odd teenagers smoking
all of them.
Weed.
They brought a mad kids smoking weed.
And we're just sitting here like, and the worst part is that, so like being that I'm a teacher, I'm sitting here going back on it, and like I see all these kids passing me weed. I'm like, damn. The fact I was like, damn, I should be responsible. And I was like, nah.
Yo, you know what I told Sparrow. I said, yo, Sparrow, I'm still in the service. I got to get out of here. And he was like, nah, you good. Not like I was like, I'm gonna be right outside. And he was like, it's about to get cloudy in here. And I was like, oh my God. But anyways, so this is crazy. Like we have like a mutual thing going on here. Almost everything. You went to school in Iona College, right? Did you go in I know it's spread out now, but did you go on campus in New Rochelle or in the city?
So I went to the New Rochelle campus. I am the graduating class of 2014. Snapple fact, I went to the same campus.
Yeah, she said Snapple fact.
Fucking Mandy Rose from NXT, former NXT Women's Champion, was actually the graduating class of 2013.
Wow. So, I'm from New Rochelle, so I know big that Iona College takes things serious. So you went to school for everything that you want to go to, but there was a problem in there, right? One of your professors was shitting on you or blatantly said something. What was going on with that?
So I took a photography class, and at that point in my life, I loved photography so much that I was like, fuck it. I'll take the class in school. But back then, they really just weren't teaching like if I had a DSLR, if I had a film camera. They wouldn't teach me stuff like that, like the actual aperture
Yeah.
and everything. They would
Yeah.
just talk about framing, composition. You know, we were doing like basic editing crap on it's not, it wasn't Canva, it was like a old school editing tool that
So
Google had.
basically an introduction class.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing
Okay.
crazy, but I already had enough experience doing it on my own.
Yeah.
But
Well-
the guy wasn't with it. He did not like me. He didn't like that when I decided to go into photography professionally, I was still in that class. He didn't make me want to do it. I got drunk for my birthday, started doing nightclub photos, and that's how I honestly got into this shit professionally. It's really like
That's crazy. It was on
I
the
grabbed the I
like
grabbed
the day
it was my
before your birthday, right? You got a
It was-
camera.
It was on my birthday. The
Okay.
photographer there was trash, and I was already in like 2 bottles into Hennessy, and he kept trying to take pictures with a fucking 30mm in my face. I'm like, B, just give me this.
Yeah.
I'm here just playing with the camera at this point, because I never saw like I've seen DSLRs back then, but I had like a shitty little G camera.
You know what's crazy is that, you know, we were talking about the beginnings and shit, but you ended up working at top nightclubs, right? These promoters and clubs.
Yeah, I was working with Cesar Cabrera Entertainment, and that was like my side money so I could get through college, you know, pay for books,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of shit.
You know, what do they do? Because I know a lot of like freelance media guys like that. They just send people everywhere. They're like, boom, boom, boom. They get money and stuff.
So you got groups like Siete Días, Siete Noches, GQE Live. Those type of people just go into nightclubs. They make different like contracts or whatever, and every weekend a different photographer will come and take pictures of the event. Me, I was just working with one of the top promoters, so every party he threw, I was going. And my teacher just thought I couldn't make a living and go through photography because my quality was not good enough. That my eye wasn't what he wanted, so it wasn't photography. It was just crap to him. Lo and behold, you know, I'm making this money on the side, and at this point I knew no technical aspect of my camera. I just knew the composition. I didn't know shit. I could say I finessed the first 2 years of my career.
You know what? And it's all good because a lot of people do that, right? You get this DSLR, you don't know what to do with it. I think mine was collecting dust for years, you know, and then all of a sudden I did the same thing. I ran into nightclubs and I figured out something about YouTube University. They have a lot of...
and that was the best thing, right? They said you can't learn off of YouTube. You know,
it makes no sense when people kind of like kind of old school to this shit, right? So you hit the clubs, you hit the photographies, and then you get credits. These credits are straight people. We're talking about like Gil Rosa, right?
I want to say I was about to graduate in 2014, and I shot within my first 2 years of doing professionally, I shot Anthony Santos's concert. I've shot almost at that time parties that had Alex Sensation from La Mega. I've met Fab at one point. I went into events that had when the weekend first started. We're talking about like underground.
Yeah. YouTube sensation cat. That's what he was.
So it's just like all of that, and then on top of everything, the school selected me to have my stuff in the school exhibition when he told me a year before that my work wasn't good enough, but the school found it well enough and great enough for it to go on. So it was like a giant fuck you.
And it's cool because he got to see that shit happen. So big shout out to that. Shout out to everybody listening. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm here with Katie K. You know her at Ivy Productions. You know her from her exclusive show that she got going on, the Raw Zone, right? That's what it is?
Welcome to the Raw Zone.
Welcome
Yes.
to the Raw Zone. And incredible, a whole bunch of other things that she got going on, and a whole bunch of people that you probably have heard from us, because she has brought us some artists like Jay, and of course was it Ray, and then Live Johnson, and
Michael Bostic the other day. That's just to name a few. And I've also just had people that I was like, yo, they're kind of really fucking dope, Dave. You should check them out.
you know. There's only a few people that could call me Dave, okay? But anyways, big shout out to everybody listening
Me.
in. So, you know, when you picked up on this thing, right? A few years later, you get the BA in History and Communications, and then all of a sudden, you become this marketing guru. You become this marketing guru. Did you self-title that stuff, or was it?
No, I didn't call myself the marketing guru. That was Angelique who was the marketing guru, and she was trying to teach me because I had went to it was actually a business seminar where they were talking about starting your business. So I was just thinking about photography at that point. Media wasn't a thought in my mind. But I met her and she talked about marketing and how to brand yourself better. And she said she was looking for an intern. So I said, well, I'm not in school at this point anymore. I didn't go for my master's yet. So let me get some field experience in something. My minor was already I had technically double majored, but it's really a minor because I just took the classes for the fuck of it. In communications. So it was just kind of just playing along, and it was something just building. It was nothing serious. You know, she had me going with her with my camera, but I was learning a lot about the inside of public relations, you know, how to really structure an event. It was a really enlightening experience, you know. So between that and what I knew just from working in nightclubs, it just kind of started falling into place.
Yo, you know what's crazy is that you fall into place, and then shit starts falling apart, right?
A lot of things fell apart, most definitely.
But these things that started making you fall apart, or everything that started falling apart, are leading to what is going on right now for you, which involves homage and paying tribute. So in 2018, you ended up closing the station. The station ended up closing, but you lost your uncle, right?
So it was I lost my uncle in 2017.
17.
And it was like a really hard blow, right? Because unfortunately, you know, I did not grow up with my father, and the way that, because he passed away from lung cancer, he was diagnosed stage 4 back in 1999, but he was caught onto it too late. The hit progressed enough. So it was a weird thing because my uncle and my dad both had the same type of cancer. My uncle, you know, he succumbed to it the second time around. My uncle had fought it, but my uncle also got me into photography. He was the person that gave me showed me a camera because we were in Greece when I was 5, and he was just showing me how the video camera worked. It wasn't even a regular camera; it was like the old school camcorders.
Yeah, okay.
So you hear like mesmerized because you think this thing is magic. It makes pictures.
Yeah.
So it was a hard blow. I got diagnosed with depression. I had started working at a mom and pop company, you know, because I was just trying to figure out what was going on with life, you know, because I thought of my uncle as my second dad. He was the one that gave me a lot of the confidence I have. He's also the reason why I probably curse a lot.
Uncles do that. What up?
You know, it's really surreal because it led to like his death led to a lot of things that I didn't expect that were gonna happen. Um, so it was just like, and then the station, you know, because the owner was going through whatever his bullshit was, you know, rest in peace to that place. You know, I don't wish nothing bad upon them, but it shit went down the way it went down. I was already like, okay, do I really want to do this again? Do I really want to go through this? You know, I gave my all into something, right? And then I just started grad school because I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit, right? I broke my arm the same year my uncle died. Boom, boom, boom. Three, and no one would let me get surgery.
How do you break your arm? What the hell?
I slipped at my job during Austin 316 day of 2017, and it was horrible.
You was in a match? What the fuck? Like,
like it was snowing.
Okay.
It was snowing, and I went to the inventory, but you have to go outside. But it's like literally in the back of a house in someone's driveway. So all I remember is like slipping, falling, and then I remember an ambulance coming. And I remember cursing them out because there was a literal zipper on my sleeve where you could have just done that and tried to cut my whole jacket off and me freeze to death. So I cursed the EMT out.
What the fuck?
Yo, these people are assholes. Like, let's really talk about some of these EMTs. They talk about quality care service, but then they acting like you're stupid because you're telling them not to cut your fucking jacket while it's negative 10 degrees.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. If you guys are just tuning in, we're talking with CEO of Ivy Productions, KDK, in the building. We're getting a little history of what's going on with her, what has been going on. You know, as everything was falling into place, all of a sudden there was a lot of loss going on in the family. And I don't even know how she put herself together. But I tell you right now, there's a lot of things going on. We're talking about Welcome to the Raw Zone. And if you guys heard, she did say Austin 316 Day. So most of her inspirations are wrestling type of vibes, or type of inspired, right?
So you want to hear something funny? When we made the show Monday Night Raw, it had nothing to do with wrestling, right?
Really? It didn't?
Not at all. There was somebody in that station, and we found a flyer to a strip club, and it said Monday Night Raw. So our shows were all on the Monday, so we're like Monday Night Roar, so we don't get sued.
Oh, Roar. Yeah, true story. Okay.
And then we're like, Roar. I was like, oh, that kind of hits.
Well, oh, that's why the scratches are in the back. The Raw Zone.
So Live actually did our first logo, and then after the first show didn't pan out, I had to make Monday Night Raw, and then I was just like, I have a feeling if I make it, I'm like, I might get sued by WWE, so let's change this. So then it was like, welcome to the Raw Zone, because it's like, you know, like when people go on the show and they ask, can we curse?
Yeah.
And I'm like, just fucking say what the fuck you want to say.
Yeah. Fuck
so
the FCC,
Raw.
right?
So come to the Raw Zone.
Raw Zone. Welcome to the Raw Zone. If you guys want to find out more information, please go to rawzonenyc.com. That's the home of what's going on there. What we're going to do is going to take a little break because I think things are about to get maybe a little bit slightly emotional, but it's okay because this is my home girl. And this is what we do. Big shout out to everyone.
I won't cry. Mama ain't raised no bitch.
Yeah.
Live Johnson, Michael Bostic, love it on QSJ Radio.com.
It's about to be a hot summer. And even the colder winter. Check. Unsophisticated, showing love even if it's not reciprocated. Still balling in this sport, doesn't matter if I win or not. Looking like Money Mitch whenever I spin the block. I'm a true live wire to his definition. I drop in classics even though I get no recognition. I love a thick black woman who is more unique. Gotta love it cause my queen, she ain't for the streets. I love hood respect. I love a dope mix with good effects. I school rappers that you wouldn't test. Y'all be talking like your knowledge is significant. From now on, I need receipts and certificates. Jews, I be spitting it. Plus, I rock it way cooler. Looking like the Diamond District to these K jewelers. I'm all for peace, but we stay shooters. Always spinning, we don't have a budget. Nah, bro, you gotta love
Every
it.
day that I live on this earth, I've been living my dream.
You gotta love it.
All I gotta worry about is family, myself and my queen.
You gotta love it.
All eyes on me as soon as I step on the scene.
You gotta love it.
Got no time for these motherfucking niggas that be hating on me.
You gotta love it. I love being in my lane when nobody get it. Making money off of music, though I hobby with it. And nothing like some fresh J's out the box and the new Mercedes Benz. Let me slay off the lot. Thank you. My mind right, my money right, I'm way focused. The streets watching the real one. They notice. I subtract to anybody if they don't add up. Who needs your validation when you really don't matter? I'm not trying to hear that I'm next, cause I don't have the time next. Either we pushing the cash and sign checks. Yes, it doesn't mean much. I'm giving you this free lunch. The beat has a good feel. The verse got a mean punch. Riding through the city with a bad one. I'm shining for the underdogs who never had none. Damn, this is what New York feels like. You gotta love it cause I'm living this in real
Every
life.
day that I live on this earth, I've been living my dream.
You gotta love it.
All I gotta worry about is family, myself and my queen.
You gotta
You gotta love it.
All eyes on me as soon as I step on the scene.
That right
Gotta
there
love
is
it.
streaming all over the place. So make sure you guys get that. So I always wanted to ask this, right? Because
Ask me.
you had a whole bunch of clientele, and you started off as a photographer. Nightclub photography is already a hard job, and especially a female where people could take you don't even take you serious sometimes. They're trying to bag you.
What do you mean they still don't take me serious?
Yeah, I know the vibes. You know, I'm light skinned. I know the vibes. So
Right? It's just because we too like light and
yeah,
complexion,
like
isn't
come
it?
on, bro. I'm from the hood too. You know what I'm saying? Bodega, bendición.
The bodega around the corner. It's
So,
the chopped cheese.
so when did this start for you to take in artists, and not only that, like that's a whole different realm, because how do you try hard for an artist in a world you didn't know about?
So like I've literally said, I feel like my entire career after I broke my arm was an accident. A very pleasant, crazy, stressful, energetic, I'm all over the place type of accident. I met Live back in, so Live is the reason why there's an Ivy Productions. And this is the only time I'm gonna give this man credit, because if I do, he's gonna be if I do this more often, he's gonna be gassed up. So I can't let him always have this. So we're now in 2016. No, yeah, 2016.
Okay.
I met Live Johnson at an awards ceremony. He was performing. He also won a couple of awards. And because at that time, this was when One Man Band came out, and like everyone was like Live Johnson, Live Johnson, Live Johnson, Live Johnson. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is Live Johnson? I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I heard the music. I was like, all right, cool. I actually bought One Man Band, and the only reason Live ever gave me an interview is because he saw my name on the like who buys his shit.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right. So we do the interview. We hit it off. It's really cool. he invites me to come to his video.
All right.
So it's
Cameo.
painfully, it's painfully, like, this story has been said so many times, but we were filming his single Living Legend in a high school, literally in a high school in Southside Jamaica, Queens. But he's like having people dress up in like weird costumes. It was like some Breakfast Club meets house party type of vibe.
Okay.
So I promised him I would wear something ridiculous. So now I've had a bunch of leftover stuff from costumes in the club. I had my sorority shirt, a pair of suspenders, some shorts, and a tutu with pantyhose and sneakers and the soccer socks. And I'm being chased around for this video by a man in a bear helmet on a motorcycle and a guy dressed like Deadpool. I break my arm. So after that, I break my arm, go through. We already touched on that.
Yeah.
Live comes to me to come visit me after I broke my arm. And he brought the footage because I was originally supposed to edit it. Because I was just thinking I'm going to be that asshole that's going to edit with my left arm and my left hand. The worst idea ever, by the way. When they tell you to rest when you break a bone, just rest. Don't try to fight the pills, just rest.
You was working though.
So it's me, my best friend who came with her boyfriend and Live at the time. And I'm looking at the footage because I'm thinking if the videographer is going to film it, they're going to edit it, right? But that's just me as a photographer thinking. I look at some of the footage and I'm like, Live, how much you paid for this? And he's like, told me the price. I'm like, yo, this footage is shit.
Oh, man.
Like, this guy dogged you for this much money. And it's like, yo, there's no lighting really. There's nothing. I'm like, the least he could have done was fucking edit the shit, right?
Oh
so I think it was
he didn't
there.
Edit.
It was that moment he was just started talking to me about, what do you think I should do? This, that. And then I was helping him manage like some of the stuff for his graphics. Because what the fuck did I have to do? I was at home with a broken arm. And then one day, like, I was, because mind you, I was taking, the happy pills to make sure my arm was okay. This was during that period. So I somewhat agreed to be Live's manager.
Wow.
And
somewhere you didn't even know.
Ever since then, though, it just clicked. We didn't have like a stumble in the road because of stupid bitch ass motherfuckers. But I digress. Where I wasn't his manager, but we kind of picked up, a couple of years ago, and was like, fuck it, let's do this again. We had put out the Living Legend project before that, and it kind of fell on deaf ears because of that, and it was because of our falling out. So we're like, let's do this again, and then at that time he had Mikey on board. So then, with Live, it came Mikey. It came with two other artists, but that didn't last long. And then from there we had, shout out to Nikki Owens. She was part of the team for a while. We had Ray Pearson for a while. He's moving on to bigger and better things, working with the Fleet DJs now, which is an amazing opportunity because the Fleet DJ Coalition is like literally nationwide. It's kind of just like the union DJs that used to be all over Westchester and then Jersey and the rest of the tri-state.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I'm helping these people and leveling up from there. But it was honestly Live that just started everything and did the catapult. Because if it wasn't for Live, when I saw the success that Living Legend did build for that short time, I'm like, okay, so I'm just this regular white chick from Queens who just had the camera that's in grad school that said, fuck it, I'm gonna go work in a hip hop industry that's male dominated and like all African American. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm like, literally, it's David versus Goliath at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, fuck it, I'm here. Might as well just see what happens.
And you know what's crazy is that, shout out to Ivy Productions, shout out to KDK, but let me fast forward this a little bit. We know some people that don't fuck with people unless they bring shit to the table. We know some people that do that. And when we met, and it was pre-pandemic shit and all that, whatever.
When life was good, yeah.
When life is still good,
I mean, life is good, but I would love to not have to wear a mask no more. So
yeah, I feel you on that. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this chick? Right? I'm not even playing. Like, I didn't have no beef, no animosity, but I knew that if certain people, Black Money Entertainment, everybody, if they were fucking with certain people, that they had to be a big deal. That is just that's how it rolls with that community that we know. Did you know that about Sparrow and his peoples, that once, they tagged along and introduced you or even brought you to that oh shit, like this is a big deal? Or was it like, I don't know who these
honestly
people are?
And I say this with all the love and respect to Sparrow, I think he could correct me if I'm wrong, but I really don't remember how we officially met. I really think it was Facebook, right?
Okay.
I didn't know who Sparrow was. I believe he was connected to someone that used to be at the old station I was on.
Mm-hmm.
And
I got love for that station. You don't gotta I don't do that here.
I plead the fifth.
If they don't got love for your boy, I don't care. Cause I don't care.
They don't got. I tell you after this. This is about us right now. This is the conversation we've been waiting for. We're at the main event. We don't focus on the past. We focus on the future.
Okay, it's all good. They dead anyway.
But Sparrow had just called me for the teen party, right? The teen concert. So I was like, you know what? It sounds really dope, honestly, and I like working with kids. That's always been my thing. I was, I did the summer camps, I did the group leader stuff. Like my career was originally my degree in teaching, history. So I wanted to be a teacher. I just did, I teach, but I don't teach in the conventional way now. So, and the funny thing is, that's how me and Sparrow clicked. Because I used to work in education at that time, and then he was still working in education at that time. So that's how we also bonded, especially working with the kids and this and that. And Sparrow, just working with Sparrow in general, I knew nothing about his reputation, and frankly, it didn't matter to me because the one thing about Sparrow is he's about respect. Sparrow never disrespected me. Sparrow always he treated me, even though I know I ain't shit at that time, he treated me as if I was on the level that everyone was on. Because I went and said for a long time, I'm not part of this industry because I got to prove myself. I already know that. I've said that to people. It's not that I'm not confident, but I know I got to pay my dues. Everyone does. It's the same way with photography. It's the same way through life. You got to fight to get what you want.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home and inside artists. We are here with KDK, Ivy Productions. Welcome to the RAR Zone Media, which is,
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Dave to come over to the dark side for at least once a week.
So, yeah, so the thing, I already told you, there's nobody I would rather want to work for. I didn't say with, I said for.
No,
okay?
with. It's a partnership.
My English is serious, okay? It's for. But anyways, so let's bring up to something that is it might be a little too dramatic for you, it's whatever, but there is something that you started working with Sarcoma Foundation of America.
So Back at Iona College, I met someone named Sean Segui that gave me an opportunity to become a sister of Beta Chi Sorority Inc. And because of certain people in that sorority, a few of my sisters that I always love and cherish, Jackie, um, all the alumni that were there that gave me an opportunity, to even be considered, to have a family of sorts, right? So, but Jackie was just always my rock. But he put me onto this, and he was one of like my. If I needed someone, or if let's say I was stuck somewhere, that man would be there to come get me. That was just the person he was. He wanted, not biggest sarcastic asshole I ever met in my life. Like I met him with a trench he had a trench coat in a Halloween party with a giant dildo sticking out. And then
Okay, okay.
he tried to hit on me. It didn't work because I just couldn't stop laughing at the fucking costume. And then me, him, and another brother of Delta Upsilon fraternity went to have breakfast right after because we were shit faced drunk. And at this point they were alumni, so they were just really cool people.
Yeah.
Sean went through a battle with endomosarcoma in the pulmonary arteries and the bloodstream. And when he talked about sarcoma, it was something that none of us heard about. It was one of those. It's cancer, but it's not the conventional cancer. So when we thought he was just coughing and he said he wasn't feeling well, it's like a cold. Because a lot of cancers, they start weakening the body, the immune system, and they get sick. And I learned that, from my uncle, because, before he died, he complained of like shoulder pain, like from a cold, and he felt sick. And I was like, oh, that's actually a common thing because the immune system weakens. Certain things not flowing right. So it was leap year, and he finds this out, and he started just making a GoFundMe because cancer treatments do cost a lot. And no matter how much money everyone has, because people like to also criticize like anyone that lives in New Rochelle and up, they automatically need have money.
For those who don't know, that's suburbs of New York. But go ahead, I feel you.
Like there's a lot of people that like move to New Rochelle from like Iona, and they don't have that money.
Yeah.
And so he was doing this GoFundMe, and he was posting about sarcoma and talking about what happens. And after a while, the updates stopped. And everyone's just like, what the fuck's going on here? So I remember at this point, my sorority sister flew in because she was moved to Colorado at the time. She went to visit him. They put him in hospice. The family, his sister, God bless her soul, made a post on his Facebook, talking about, okay, we didn't want it to come here, but this is where we are now. This is what doctors are doing, but we want to still continue to spread the word, no matter what, And then I was at a wedding. I passed by when you drive upstate. This was after the cast came off, everything. Now I could go back, I could take pictures, I could do what I want. I'm driving up with my friend's cousin, and we passed by the exit for the town. And it was 1:00 in the morning. I wasn't gonna go visit, so we just drove up. I woke up at like 7 in the morning. We got there at like 4, and I get a call saying he died, and I had a weird feeling in like the pit of my stomach. I was like, when I passed by, I'm like, something is wrong, but I was like, all right. Get to the venue. I'm setting up the camera, and that's when the call came in. I'm like, oh, okay. Calls kept coming, because the fraternities and sororities, it's a bond. Like our alumni got married to their alumni, so the calls kept coming, and then we're like, okay, how do we get the funeral money? How do we do this? How do we still keep him alive through all of this? And that's how we started talking about the give back. I was in conversations with different promoters within the scene. I don't want to drop names, but they wanted money. They wanted a big percentage when it was supposed to be about charity. I was still doing research because I still didn't know as much as I wanted to know. I didn't pay attention enough. So I felt like I wasn't there enough. So I want to make something up for him. I want to do something. I should have, he changed my life in a profound way, and I didn't get to do the same for him or leave some type of something, before he died. I was talking to different alumni. We got a whole group going. They wanted to do some stuff on campus. I'm just like, but why are we doing the traditional things? Now, mind you, for us, a concert is traditional, right?
Yeah.
It's something we do all the time.
Yeah.
But for them, I'm assuming, because they just want to do walks and they want to do this. So eventually, they didn't want to do it for my own. I'm like, okay, I'll do this on my own. I reached out to my partner, S Rock. He was my first engineer for my show. So he's been with me through LNK Radio, Monday Night Roar, Welcome to the Raw Zone. Like, he was my producer for a long time. So I'm like, okay, you've done events more than I have, and my type of events are different than what this industry is.
Yeah.
So we got together. He didn't ask for a percentage like that. Like how everyone was. Like, we're talking about everyone wants 50, 60%. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's supposed to be for charity. We're trying to inform. There's a lot of things that are happening outside of our peripheral vision that we don't know about, and like, we're so focused on what's going on outside of the world or what's going on.
It's different, right? When you fucking with promoters, you thinking that they like cool, and the next you know is like they only see bread.
They see bread and they see politics, and I'm like, but what about the person that's dying from something that you don't know about, right?
Yeah. Or
the fact is, these kids don't get the education they need because the teachers just don't give a fuck, right? I work in a high school in the Bronx currently, and I see what is happening within our education system and of support that the teachers, the staff, even the school security, they don't get what they need, and they don't have enough people to do a job so these kids could also be safe. And that's all due to politics and everything, and we don't see that because we see what we want to see, so that's why I wanted to do the give back, because it's not only giving back to the Sarcoma Foundation. We do everything if you're gonna perform for me, I'm gonna give you what I can give you. I can't pay you this $500 that people want to ask for to perform, but I'll give you a write-up. I'll get you an interview with somebody. I'll make sure you're seen out there. If you give me your talent, I'm going to give you something back, and then we started with, because that's where I had a few connections with, like, this is 50, so like our main things were like, I'll make you an EPK, or I'll give you like a photo shoot, stuff that you need to build your brand. And like, we were then getting like regular write-ups from like small publication, like blogs. And then we started giving the This Is 50s. We had someone featured on Wu-Tang. This year I was gonna get magazine write-ups. So we want to make sure that everyone is getting what they need.
Yeah.
Because we're all struggling.
Big shout out to everybody listening. If you guys just tuning in, we're talking about the history of the Give Back for Sean concert series, which started about 5 years ago. Year 5, 2022.
Yeah, we're going into year
Year
5.
5, people. People don't even
It's-
like last the first year of certain things, man. So
You know, we almost didn't last though because of the pandemic. Me and Rock decided 'cause when we saw by like May, they weren't letting us out. So we had to cancel everything, all the plans we had. We had a person from D100 that was gonna endorse the artist,
nah,
you know,
oh,
and everything crumbled. It was supposed to be so 4, technically 4. Wait, 2017. No, 3. We wanted to make it a little big because it was halfway to 5, and we wanted to make it special for the artist. And COVID said, "Fuck us."
COVID did that to a lot of people. Big shout out to everybody listening. Let's take a quick break real quick and get into crazy details of what's going on to this 5th year anniversary. This is a new exclusive song right here. I don't know. Am I like one of the first people to have this?
So you are the only person that has this outside of myself.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I got to stop giving me exclusives like I'm somebody or something. I don't know.
Well, we wanted to give it to you because we figured you really would fuck with this. This is going to be this song is part of a double release that Live Johnson's going to put out off of the Live Jewels album. Shout out to him. I'm very proud of like the strides Live made, especially with this album. This album is actually being, and this project is gonna be the first project for Live, distributed under Yambe Records, from Sixth Sense Media and Coney Brooks, who is the president of Yambe Records.
Shout out to Coney Brooks.
Shout out to him. Lives, so they're here really pushing this Live Jewels project with us. It's going to be a major production when it comes to it. So everything is going to be big this year. We have a lot of things in store with him, so we wanted to kind of just drop this.
She switched up. You saw that? She switched up. She's industry right now. Hold up. Hold up, I got you. We'll talk about that in a minute.
You're tuned in to QSJRadio.com, the home to the unsigned artists.
You know she's amazing in communications. So
it's not me though. You know what it is though, and I have to say, like I said, Live Johnson helped me so much. But as a business person, I wouldn't be who I am without Coney Brooks.
You are now listening to Live Jewels.
Shout out to Coney Brooks. He's been through a lot. I've known that dude over 10 years. When he was doing small little shits at CT. What up?
Oh, but this track though.
If a don gets sold, I went in on that. Tax something. This ain't nothing new, dog. I've been on that. Tax something. Y'all been eating good since I've been away. I've been starving for a while, but that ends today. Tax something.
I'm kinda hungry, but my pocket's light.
Tax something.
They put me in the corner, so I have to bite.
Tax something.
Y'all had yours, now you gotta wait. I'm out here trying to put this food on the dinner plate. Okay, now put your fucking hands up. I need those fucking jewels and the cash, cause it's looking kinda empty in my stash. Yeah, I need that. It's time for me to take what I deserve. Cause these niggas out here rocking shit that they ain't even earned. Oh, that chain, that's a loan. That watch you don't own. The kicks look like my size, so nigga take them off. Give me all that. And don't forget to drop it in the bag. And don't you hesitate before I start to get mad. And that's a fact, nigga. Yeah. I'm sick and tired of these bum niggas. Let's take them for all that they worth. It ain't much, nigga. My trigger fingers kinda itchy around these dumb niggas. This shit is real. I don't do this shit for fun, nigga. I need everything I want and more. I ain't opposed to going kicking in the niggas' door. I do this for my son, and any nigga stop me gonna have to get done. So I'm a
tax something. If a dog gets sold, I went in on that. Tax something. This ain't nothing new, dog. I've been on that. Tax something. Y'all been eating good since I've been away. I've been starving for a while, but that ends today. Tax something.
I'm kinda hungry, but my pocket's light.
Tax something.
They put me in the corner, so I have to bite.
Tax something.
Y'all had yours, now you gotta wait. I'm out here trying to put this food on the dinner plate.
This that Robin Hood theory, let me take that. Give me that. The Jews looking rocky. Yes, I need that ASAP. Yes, I need that payback. Impatient, we don't have the seconds waiting. Taking all the labors, revenue for artists, reparations. The longer you gon' use us for our struggle and pain. Could crack to make a profit, but your bubble the same. Even the odds, double the gains. Yes, I'm scheming on it. Got sleeping like an anger rob you. I've been dreaming on it. I need them dollars, ain't expecting change. Rock a ski mask, not because I'm scared, but to protect the game. I promise y'all, once I'm done, I won't be empty-handed. Looking like a sticky bandit. Niggas getting quickly stranded. Facts. I'm even sticking up the stick-ups. If you quick enough to slip up, then I'm picking up your flips up. Ain't stopping until the jig's up. Never. I could be on a pork diet, you still get your ribs touched. Tax something. If a don gets sold, I want in on that. Tax something. This ain't nothing new, dog. I've been on that. Tax something. Y'all been eating good since I've been away. I've been starving for a while, but that ends today. Tax something.
I'm kinda hungry, but my pocket's light.
Tax something.
They put me in the corner, so I have to bite.
Tax something.
Y'all had yours, now you gotta wait. I'm out here trying to put this food on the dinner plate.
Hey, it's your boy Flo. You're now rocking with QSJ Radio, where it's always mad love, home of the unsigned artists. Hey, yo, spin that shit.
Yo, big shout out to everybody listening. Yo, Live Johnson.
I figured after when you heard the last track with them, and you were like, and you heard Mikey, I'm like, okay, I need to give you something different because all you heard, excuse me, all you heard from Mikey was dangerous.
Yeah.
But you didn't know Mikey rapped.
Yo, for real. And he got that flow. He got that mature flow. That's what's up.
So if you guys want to see, I need, before we get back into the interview, I need everyone that's on this site, right? You just heard that song, Tax Something.
Yeah. So
that means you heard both Michael Bostic and Live Johnson. So I need all of you guys in the comments, if you want to see an EP, say, I want a goddamn EP.
I want a
with
goddamn
the two of them.
EP. Hashtag EP in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We got some.
I need people to help convince them. I need it.
Big Sam. you know, that takes a lot, though. You know, for artists to collaborate, different lives and things that go on. It's not like they're next door neighbors.
I have a whole group chat with these two motherfuckers. They're like brothers.
Yo, we got I want a goddamn EP from 10. 10 is all the way in Australia. I
want an EP from everyone. Send it to me. The fuck?
Chad Chapman from North Carolina says, I want a goddamn EP. Meg from Canada says, I want.
Yes.
Edwina out of Chicago. Gonna kill me. They want an EP. You could show.
Yeah, give me my goddamn EP.
Yo, big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. Yo, so now the pressure is on now. Okay, guys, that's on you. I didn't do that.
They work so good together that
was management.
I could only imagine how an EP would come out.
Bossy V, you know, I'm almost done with mine. I'll give you mine, but but we're talking about Bostic, right?
We went from talking about the give back to Mikey and live, but they're such an interesting topic.
They are, man. They are. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. The Give Back for Sean concert series. It's a big deal for you and your team and everybody who's been dealing with you, you know, on a personal level, because there's a business level and then a personal level. How much are you excited about this 5th year of not only, you know, putting a name out for Sean, but making a very awareness of sarcoma with the Sarcoma Foundation of America?
So
Live
after
Johnson,
doing year 4,
Live Johnson is in the chat right now, and he's mad as fuck. I didn't do that. I'm here for you, okay?
His thing hasn't popped. If he's on YouTube, I can't see it. But the thing on Facebook didn't pop up.
He's on.
But
He's on
listen,
YouTube.
I got more people looking at you now, so leave me alone. Let me live.
Yo. So
I told you. I warned you guys. I said I'm gonna talk my shit today. You cannot say shit. I waited for this interview. You all had your shit first. Now it's my turn with Dave, so I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want.
Yo, I'm not even gonna front, Katie. I'm so excited to have you on here. We getting into some real deep conversations.
Cause this is what I wanted. I'm sorry, not to discredit anyone else that interviewed me. I don't interview a lot. That's one. I do like being the back end of everything. I love being behind the scenes. That's what gets me excited. But I do know that being that I do what I do, I have to come once a while. But I've been waiting so long to sit with you, because I respect you so much. And that I know that I'm gonna have a genuine conversation, and one, I won't be judged. Because let's face it, we're still in a soulless industry.
Yeah.
If you talk truth, you get cut.
True story.
You get people look at you for being emotional, and it's like, especially the woman. So being an emotional woman, to be hard to work with. And once again, I'm less melanated than others. Melanated.
I mean, we could get on that, but I got the most emotional females moderating my whole thing. So I feel the vibes right there. I feel the vibes. They're gonna take offense. They're gonna get at me later, but they know. And listen, Katie, is not for nothing, but I respect the shit out of you. This is a super grind. I've been out there at the clubs. I've been out there where you have to find a safe group, because it gets crazy out there. I still remember club hopping, and then I didn't have a place to stay. I literally would just jump off somebody's, on some shorties really got lucky for having me sleep over. Let's just put it like that, because that's it was really it was really a crazy life, I swear, because
Dave, if I could tell you half the shit I got myself into while working in nightclubs, I'm pretty sure I can have 2 types of 21 Jump Street movies.
Holy shit.
And still have time to probably write a blog about it.
So big shout out. Talk about the blogs. Listen, I got a few things in here. Bossy was saying something crazy. So shout out to Bossy V, Jag Life. What up? She says something stupid, right? Because Bossy said the same shit to me a few hours ago. And she was like, careful, he's going to say you drunk like he told me. But Bossy, she's high. So it still counts. Like
I'm not, listen, but I'm not. So when it comes to weed, like,
it's
yeah,
like
I took some pills in front of you, but honestly, because of my depression and my anxiety, it gets a little, like, we all go through whatever we have to go through, but it's not a cop. Like, it helps. Especially like situations like this, we gotta keep calm somehow. So if Dave got a drink, let the man drink.
People don't understand that. I got a whole different lifestyle that some of these motherfuckers will not even try to picture. So this little time that I got to talk to an adult, and not only that, like to get
like, this is our time. Like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want, but I won't do it on. I mean, I do it on camera, but like, I'm not gonna do it on your platform and just be like,
yeah.
No, you deserve like my total, like the 100% of 100%.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my homie Johnny Trochet. Johnny Trochet with 58 kills and 20 assists. In the background, we're both playing a game called Stream Raiders. He's out here. We just both, the only 2 of us are playing that game right now. And he went and killed almost everybody in there. So big shout out to the homie Johnny Trochet. I just got to give him a shout out because I didn't think we was going to win that. It was 100 versus us. So big shout out to you. You know, I'm in that gaming life, so I'm playing something in the background. You know what I mean? I'm doing something. And yo,
So,
you know,
wait, I gotta ask you. Can I ask you before you ask me something?
Yeah.
How do you play video games and still conduct an interview? Because I can't. I could watch wrestling, but I'll get distracted.
So the thing is like, I think I am special, and I don't know what that kind of special is. But the thing is like, my boy is in there. I have to show love. You got to understand, in this community, you have people that show you love, but you don't hear from them. And this is one of those guys. So he's right here. He's a shadow. He's one of my masters. I love this guy. I love his kids. I don't know if I love his haircut, but I'm sure he don't love mine. But, you know, it's just I feel very honored that he's there in the background doing his thing. So big shout out to everybody. Listen, I just God.
Like that dedication there, because I'm like, how?
Yeah, I'm not really like, it's a really short game. You just place places like Battleship, and then there's a timer, and then you just cross your fingers to see if you win. So it's nothing crazy. It's just something that keeps the chat entertained while we're talking. And if you guys are just tuning in right now, we're talking to CEOs of Ivy Productions. Not only that, listen, back in the day and during pandemic, there was something very, very big. And I don't know, but you didn't mention DTF a lot. And I don't know if that's intentional, but during the pandemic, you basically are one of the key factors of keeping DTF a name online. You basically took on a role of keeping them remote, keeping them alive, keeping them because nobody could go to the studios. They had to shut down. And I tell you right now, like, if there's a reason that we can't mention them, I'm gonna tell you something now.
Oh no, there was nothing about that. No. That's not the station I was referring to.
Oh,
in the
okay.
beginning.
So we'll talk about people that I just found out don't follow me back.
Yeah,
we'll talk about all that.
So before Ivy Productions had its own base, I was coming out of DTF Radio. I came back to DTF Radio back in the beginning of 2020. Ironically, I went there with Live to have an interview with Pyro the Arsonist, and I was talking wild shit off my ass, drunk as fuck. And I'm here making Pyro bust out of laughter. But we walk into the office where everyone's pretty much chilling, and I just didn't want to be out there with everyone else. But I see the owner. Yo, shout out to Mark. He's just here laughing in the office over the fucking stupid shit I'm saying.
Yo, but you know, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. If y'all don't catch that Ivy vibe, I don't know what y'all talking about.
So lo and behold, I told him the station I came out of, why I took a hiatus for 2 years. Didn't know if it was really gonna be my thing. And then he said, "No, come do it." Ended up actually working there. I'm still their social media manager. I still help with their PR. DTF Radio definitely was an amazing experience, being in an actual radio station where they taught you the boards.
Yeah.
And when the pandemic happened, honestly, it was such a shock. I really thought for the first month and a half this show was gonna go by quick, and I'm just gonna go back. It's just gonna be a little vacation.
Yeah.
Psych.
That's what that's what people think about war these days.
Yeah, well,
it ain't gonna be shit.
We've been at war since 1980. No, even before that. We've been at war since World War One. That's another story. But when the pandemic happened, it was, at first it was just we got Restream, and me and Mikey were just bullshitting because it was Warzone's 3rd year anniversary at the time.
Okay.
So everything was at its third year. So we were just talking shit, and Mark was just hitting me up in general. I'm like, I think I have an idea how we can make this work. We tried like different things like programs, phone apps, something that could stick, that anyone that could be on a phone or whatever can still do their show. And only like a handful of shows were able to actually do it, but it was enough to still keep the station relevant during the pandemic.
It's crazy when we're talking about an online radio station that had to try to find a way to stay relevant.
But that's what every brand went through.
But you know what?
You were doing this, everything that was happening during the pandemic, and this is why I was so mad. Because you saw it, and when all the DJs started DJing on live, how annoying it was, because you motherfuckers could have done this before a pandemic, but fucking Dave is here with 20,000 motherfucking followers, and you gotta like, when people hated on you during the pandemic, I was so mad. It was so bad, because it's like, you could have just fucking did it yourself, but because everyone is so focused about being outside, it was just like, oh, your money gotta be outside. No.
It's okay. I'm a real internet brand, so they really don't know the vibes, because what happens, and I've seen this a lot with a lot of internet people, they want to get into that real life shit. They want to go and join festivals. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to invest in a bunch of flyers. Listen, I know that. But guess what? If you're not putting yourself out there in a respectful manner, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to want to take your brand and bring that shit to a place where you don't belong. There's a reason you started this shit online. There's a reason that you stuck online. There's a reason you found a community that worked for you. But what happens is that these motherfuckers ended up crossing the street, crossing the tracks, the same tracks that these motherfuckers didn't want you on. They didn't want you there. They didn't accept you. They didn't like you. They didn't like your voice. They didn't like your skin. I'm still getting mad at motherfuckers, getting mad at every light-skinned rapper right now, because I'm getting mad. It is not one culture. I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad at everybody. I'm getting mad at motherfuckers taking me for a joke. Your Inside Connect is already my people's. Your Inside Connect is already my friend. I done fucked his shorty. We have got kids together. I'm too close to this industry. So when these motherfuckers is out here wilding, acting like I ain't shit, listen, don't act like I wasn't gonna rant in the middle of our interview.
They should never gave this dude a mic. Here we go! He's killing it. Watch out. He's showing love and he's mad about it. Madluh, that's why we say. Come on, man, you already know. I got motherfuckers.
Madluh. Listen, yo, E, let me, it's not even an E. Okay, let me, hold on a second. I got motherfuckers, though, don't try to talk to me. They try to play copy and paste. Y'all don't know about this life right now, okay? This shit is hard. This shit is not easy. A lot of these motherfuckers is out here playing copy and paste, but you forget that there's a right click. You forget that there's a mouse. You forget that there's a wire. You forget that there's a network that you have to get before you get to that copy and paste. Somebody tic-tac that shit, because that's what the fuck is going on. Y'all cannot copy and paste a motherfucker that took this pain and energy and curls. Okay, I love my curls. Okay,
I got grays now.
I got my grays too. Big shout out to everybody listening. You cannot copy and paste his life. I've been about this unsigned artist shit for a long time. I've been holding down motherfuckers before they even believed in them, before they had to pay to get in that award show. I was already there. I was giving them access before any of y'all motherfuckers could. Don't try to play this promoter shit because all you're gonna do is
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Fuck
so we talk about
these
the copy paste, right? So
shout to everybody listening.
Let me put this disclaimer. Hold on. Let me put this disclaimer. Baby, I love you to death, right? I'm going to just say what I'm saying because I love you to death, but I'm about to shout you out big time. But remember, this is only one time that you could get this gassed up, okay?
This guy. Yo, Muffin, I got you.
Yo, so I love my man. I
got you, family.
I love my man so much because he's my apartment and my studio right now is an entire mess because we filmed Raw Zone and 8 empanadas on Wednesday. But I remember when I was working my old job and I was still learning. That's why I'm coming to where I'm coming to because of the pandemic too. And my ex, I was running everything for DTF. It worked doing that entire pandemic. Put the hairs, made the hair stand up in my like all the goosebumps came out. That was an thrilling yet stressful experience because of the pandemic, and I will always respect and love Mark for everything he gave me to have that experience. Will I ever do that again? I don't know. But I remember doing all that, and my ex goes to me, yo, you know you're not really working, right? Because you're just sitting there while other people are talking.
The fuck are they talking about?
And I'm like,
what the fuck are they talking about? I'm doing 13,000 things right now at the same time.
And
y'all
that's what I
motherfuckers
said.
can't even fucking tickle your balls while the bitch is sucking you off. So stop.
Like,
I'm tired of these.
Exactly,
these motherfuckers thought this shit was a game.
What I said. But that's exactly what I said. I'm like, well, why you're cheating with me?
I'm doing 13,000 things at the same time. Remember, you just asked me how the fuck are you playing the game at the same time? Because I'm making sure my connections is right, that at least something is going good, and that this shorty's voice is good. Because guess what? Motherfucker, that's called a self-engineer. You can't do this shit. Listen, I'm getting mad crazy. I know I'm getting crazy. And I apologize, but I've been doing this shit before it was cool. I've been doing this shit.
And that's my thing. It's like so many people underestimate it, but when you see the graphics and you watch it, oh, I fuck with it now, right? What, do you think I sit here and I play with my twat just so you could make some money? Nah, this shit is work. Muffin Man sees me every day fucking exhausted because I'll get up 5 o'clock in the morning to edit audio and to edit videos because there's some interviews that are just pre-recorded, you know, because we can't always be live, right?
Yeah, you can't.
We got to have extra content. We got to do this. The pandemic fucked everything so much that you got to do triple the marketing for a brand. Let's talk about it.
I mean, we could say, listen,
TikTok changed the game. So TikTok,
I can change the game, but a lot of these motherfuckers is out here doing dumb shit. So I'm on TikTok. I saw the mention. Go looking out. My first mention is Ivy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's on TikTok. So am I. But why the fuck it took somebody who is social media savvy to come and be the first mention? And they wanted me to get on TikTok. And there I am. Where the fuck are the shares? Nobody. Stop bullshitting. Listen, I get it.
If you
I get it.
If you utilize, I can help you with your TikTok. But if a person utilizes TikTok right? Like, I'll use Coney for an example. He does the Ask Me Anything stuff. So he'll put on his stories certain, like, Ask Me Anything, the little comment box. And then he'll go on and he'll engage with his followers. That's what TikTok is for, not this stupid jerk dancing, you know.
I mean, it's whatever. It's to each his own, right? Because a lot of people are still successful on Facebook. A lot of people are still successful on Instagram. They still successful on Twitter. Now they pop in on TikTok, or they pop in on that other dumb shit where everybody's in the same fucking phone call. I don't give a fuck
Oh,
what
you
y'all
talking
doing.
about Clubhouse?
I don't give a fuck.
You
I don't
mean
care.
Audio
I don't
Pornhub?
care.
That's Audio Pornhub. That's Audio Pornhub.
Listen,
Clubhouse is
I don't
Audio
care.
Pornhub.
Listen, I don't care. Your boy fucks with the unsigned artists. That's where I fuck with. You are unsigned artist. You ain't getting paid to show up. I got connects. Fuck with your boy. Stop playing. And my shit costs less than 2 fucking pieces, bitch. All these motherfuckers is taking your child support, and you out here fucking thinking that you make a fucking big ass deal. I'm fucking tired of all these motherfuckers. I'm tired of people not taking me serious. I got fucking team members that don't fucking taking me serious. Y'all people don't understand. I didn't have to follow a trend. I love
it
it.
yourself.
Fuck out of here, man. If y'all don't fuck with your boy, don't fuck with your boy. If y'all don't fuck with your girl, don't fuck with your girl. But at the same time, don't try to play copy and paste, because that's what we did. We introduced you to a whole life that you had nothing to do about. And what you did is what you absorbed. And if you can't say thank you, give some sense of gratitude and any of that shit, don't fuck with your boy. Because what's going to happen is you forget that I am spiritually protected. Sometimes when people fuck around with me, your life falls into crumbles. It's just how it happens. I'm sorry. You should have fucked with the real one at the first time. I came real. I came 100. I even gave you all of my life, my emotions and situations that you probably ain't never seen a man fucking go through. My bad. This ain't about me. This ain't about me.
They should never gave this dude a mic. He's killing it. Watch out. He's showing love and he's mad about it. Madluh. That's why we say, come on, man. You already know. Madluh.
You know what's crazy? I never feel better. I never feel better about shit. I tell people this shit all the time. I'm trying to find somebody to make me, like my brother says, you need more orange juice in your life.
No, man, you need weed.
I know.
No, man. Fucking light up. What the fuck? You are the one person that I don't understand. While I love you to death, but everything you juggle, I don't understand why you're not a pothead.
Oh shit! I don't know. I don't know either. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. IB Productions own Raw Zone NYC.com, KatiePhotography.com. You outside. I seen a whole bunch of things going on. How did you land these magazines? You out here. You featured in what was that? LGK and.
So my first magazine back in. When did the Annabelle movie come out?
Oh shit, the Annabelle movie.
When did the
There's Siri? Like 17. Wow.
When did the Annabelle remake come out? Okay. I found this on the web. When did the Annabelle remake come out? It was not, it was in 2019. The one before that.
Okay. Because I know
Whenever
there's 30 Annabelles.
Was,
I didn't even know which yeah, I remember that one because I remember.
So there's the original Annabelle where it was the Raggedy Ann doll. Then it had the one, I believe it has to be 2015 because I definitely wasn't in media at that time. I was just a photographer, and honestly, there was someone. Shout out to Urban Ibarra for putting that event together. He's a PR, as well as a flight attendant, and he has his own marketing company. So he did the PR for Warner Brothers Annabelle. It was like an Annabelle release party or like a media event. And I asked this woman, Jasmine Clemente, shout out to her, if I could just use her name so I could sneak in and get a press pass because I just wanted to take pictures.
Yeah.
The guy from the Warner Brothers wanted the picture, so The person from Inner Vibrations, Jasmine Clemente, used the photos, and then Warner Brothers used them, so it went into a few publications from there. Um, fast forward 2017. Shout out to Basquiat Mine. May he rest in peace. He ended up putting my photos in YV Magazine, Felon Magazine, all of these publications because they were just from events I shot. So there went my publication. Credits. But then it was after my brother died that I got one of my major publications. It was Indie Magazine, and it was the cover with Trillion, who is the son of Busta Rhymes. And the only reason why that was so significant because it ended up having a billboard in Times Square.
Wow.
So Indie Source Magazine was like all over it. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. I am so sorry. I want to make sure this publication name is correct. Give me 1 second. Because it's going to bother me. I have OCD.
Nah, you good. You good. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com.
I'm so sorry. It was Indie Gatekeepers Magazine. Shout out to Jem Gallardo. I am so sorry. And they called me. This was a month after my brother died. I wasn't completely ready to go back to work. But it was one of those periods in time where someone dies and you don't want to do work, but you do want to do work, but you need something. And Big Veg referred me to him, and he said, I know you don't know me, but I need a favor. And I'm like, well, I don't know you. I'm like, my brother just died. I really don't know if I really want to work, but because you were referred by Veg, I'm gonna, hear you out because he said you're in a bind. So he's telling me, whatever, that this was, Trillion. He is an up and coming artist, but he's very big with the young demographic, and then he said he's Busta's son. I'm like, okay, cool. That really didn't faze me because I already met so many people, right?
Yeah. I feel you on that. Like, people act like I'm supposed to be wildin', but in reality, it's not that serious.
Unless it's the weekend. I'm not really jacked.
I don't know. My brother-in-law right now looks like the weekend, so I think I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, see, it's different if your brother-in-law looks like the weekend, but like I've been like in close proximity. Like I used to fangirl him. So for me, it's like, okay, if I get the chance to shoot with the weekend, I'm probably gonna. I'm sorry, babe. I might cheat on my man. That's my whole pass.
Yo,
like that's how serious it is. I have a tattoo on my leg with his symbol. Like it's really bad.
Yo, the weekend. I know you listening.
Listen, one day. Sorry, babe.
It's not my fault, Muffin. It's not my fault. I swear to God.
So, but
yo, wait, hold on.
But the kid was pretty cool, He was very nervous, because this was his like major magazine, major billboard, it's a big thing. No matter how famous or how whatever, there's still shit that really gets you like fucked up, like yo. So it was like a amazing experience to do that. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And then after that, it was another magazine cover, and then another one after that, and another billboard in Times Square, all within the last year. And now, like, because I guess you could say it took everything that happened and a lot of fucked up shit for me to really just let go of people. And that's how all the publications started coming in.
Big shout out to everybody listening. If you guys are just tuning in, Ivy Productions owned Katie K. I can't say her authentic.
He only got one time. That's why. And he gotta use it wisely.
I gotta. I'm gonna use that shit in the video. Listen. Let's get into a break real quick because I'm about to ask you. What?
I have an announcement so you could after.
Okay, I got you. Shout out to everybody listening in.
me wanting more. I called you up on the phone.
Oh, I can.
Seeing what you wanna do.
I was trying to eat something.
Yeah, I know you got a man.
They're about to argue live.
But we've been doing this too long to stop now. Baby, let me pace myself. Take my time. Baby, I'm just missing you all the time. Know that you belong to him. Now you're mine. Baby, let me worship you. You the shrine. Baby, let me pace myself. Take my time. Baby, I'm just missing you all the time. Know that you belong to him. Now you're mine. Baby, let me worship you. You the shrine. As I lay you in this bed, we gon' make it last forever. When you move your body, got me thinking we together. Talking to you back like the way we used to do. And if you don't go away, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This shit is dangerous, dangerous. Yeah, this shit is dangerous, dangerous. I know you fucking dangerous, dangerous. You know I'm fucking dangerous, dangerous. As I lay you in this bed, we gon' make it last forever. When you move your body, got me thinking we together. Talking to you back like the way we used to do. And if you don't go away, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This shit is dangerous, dangerous. Yeah, this shit is dangerous, dangerous. I know you fucking dangerous, dangerous. You know I'm fucking dangerous, dangerous. As I lay you in this bed, we gon' make it last forever. The way you move your body got me thinking we together. Talking to you back like the way we used to do. And if you don't go away, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're tuned in to QSJRadio.com, the home to the unsigned artists.
That is also part of her clientele right there. Shout out to Michael Bostic on that YouTube. What up, fam? I think you might want to. I think you might want to sit down and have this conversation with your boy. I don't know.
Well, Michael Bostic is just gonna get everyone pregnant this year with his music because they're just gonna listen to it, right?
Listen, I don't need no more of them. I don't need no more.
Dave, you need to like get a vasectomy or something. I love you to death, bro, but you got like 10 of them already.
Listen, don't judge. Don't judge. Big shout out to everybody listening. I still got a few people that, you know, like we gotta. No, anyways, big shout out to everybody listening. Tuning in.
Wait, we're gonna have more kids and more places?
Nah, we not doing that unless. No, not unless. Not unless.
No, not the.
Listen, there's a few motherfuckers that want kids with your boy. But listen, shout out to everybody listening.
Comes with a bag. Listen, man. Listen, it's unique. Yo, it's a one of a kind. Well, he's a one of a kind man. So you listen, you gotta pay the right price.
You know what? That sounds like a good gig right there.
Like you listen, man. Listen, there's all these sperm banks. You give them the right price.
So big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJ Radio. I'm about to put you in a hot seat.
We have now started our fast round where our guests are asked a few questions about themselves that they wouldn't expect us to ask. Don't worry, it's not like that. Hope you didn't think we were that underground.
Yo, so one of the legendary things that happens here is that we ask you some random ass shit. And I know, you know, it's all good. You're going to tell us the truth. And I wish that I gave you these questions, but I love the reactions. So we're going to do this and we're going to keep it as safe as possible because you're already in trouble. You know what I'm saying with that?
I'm okay with that. It's all right. I knew I was going to get in trouble. Am I in trouble? He said I'm not in trouble. So I'm good.
Shit, my man say. Nah, I'm good. Listen. All right. So we're going to start this off. These are going to be fun questions. So we're going to keep it, you know, as friendly as possible. You know, a little conversation over our podcast. If you had a boat, what would the name of your boat be?
So I'm not gonna lie. You ever see that episode of Full House where they got the boat and Papuli died?
Yeah.
I really just wanted to name a bull Papuli just for the fuck of it.
Oh my.
Well,
Oh,
Papuli means grandpa, and I love my grandfathers, both of them. Like, I
okay.
didn't get all the time. I had one grandfather until I was, I want to say 8, and he like had that strong business sense that my mom's side of the family had. So I know I got that from him. And then my grandfather had the free loving, I'm gonna go gamble, live my life type of attitude. Like, this man taught me how to play poker at like 5. You know, so I would definitely name him Papuri just to honor them.
Big shout out to that. What is the closest thing to real magic?
The closest thing to real magic for me, I think when I take photos, I feel like that's magic to me. A lot of people don't realize when photographers shoot, and Muffin could tell me if I'm right or am I wrong, but it's like a really cathartic emotional experience where these people are getting married, they're doing sweet 16. You see those first dances, those tears that come down is when, you know, the husband sees his bride, or, you know, a father is dancing with his daughter. And I think that's more magical than anything because they don't realize what they see. Like,
Mm.
it's a whole little, like, it's one box that you get to create the entire like their vision and bring that to life. So that's amazing to me. I'm doing this 10 years. That's still magic.
Who is the messiest person that you know?
The messiest person I know. So I want to say sometimes it's me.
Okay. Sometimes?
Yeah, because there's days I'll be OCD and the apartment and the studio will be clean for a solid month. And then there'll be days like this week where we're recording, and I know that once I'm done here, I have to clean this entire apartment because my boyfriend's kids are staying with me. So I'm like, damn, I really let this place go for a couple of days.
What do you think is going to finally break the internet?
Well, it definitely wasn't Kim Kardashian. Even though she ended up on Roblox with a sex tape. I can't even. That's a hard question. Only because we see people get killed. We see people. We see certain areas of the world get bombed. The porn's not even considered obscene anymore. You know,
I feel you.
I don't even want to say.
I don't think anything is.
I don't think anything ever will.
So 10 out of the UK, out of Australia says that QSJ's curls will kill the internet. That they're saying my curl. I know you love my curls, all right? Send me a pic. Stop playing. Stop playing. In
Yo,
the
I
chat.
think the internet will break is when traffic lights stops doing Madluh.
Ooh. You know how many times it's been so close?
I know. I see your statuses on Facebook.
I'm not, it's so close that I'm just like, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, but
When Alvin and Chipmunk stopped chipmunking.
for real. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJ. We're on our middle of our fast round. What is the most useless talent that you have?
Babe, what's the most useless talent I have? Because I don't know. I've managed to make all of my talents somewhat profitable. I could blow an O while smoking. Hookah smoke though, not weed smoke.
Okay. What and I think I know the answer to this one already, but what celebrity would you rate is a perfect 10?
Oh, we all know the answer to that.
Well, actually, like, are we talking about looks? Because the only reason why The Weeknd gets the accreditation he gets is because of his voice, not even his like physique. It's just his voice. But you can't have sex with a voice. Have sex with the whole person.
Yeah. Shout out to sex, by the way.
As a Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Wow. What is the dumbest way? And I think.
Oh God! I don't like where this is going.
I don't. I think we already got this one, but what is the dumbest way you've been injured?
Oh shit! It definitely wasn't what you think it is.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ. I recently been electrocuted at work.
What
And I just you said the dumbest way.
Yes, I know. I'm listening.
I honestly just went to unplug the fucking surge protector from the other surge protector.
Okay.
And it shocked me while my students were arguing with each other over this stupidest shit. And all you see is like my hand shaking, like, you know how the flash vibrates?
Yeah.
Phases through the mirror. That was my one arm.
Oh my God. What is with your electrocutions?
And I'm just like, all of this, and the only thing was I don't get no meta powers.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I gotta stop thinking these things are real.
My poor student had to call, because Coney is also my boss at work, and so I had to call him on my phone and tell him that they're walking me up just so they could see my little metahuman hand.
Oh my God. Big shout to everybody listening and tuning in. Oh my God. If you had to change your name, what would your new name be, and why would you choose that name?
So, Snapple fact, my name wasn't supposed to be my name, apparently.
Really?
So, according to
and
my
I love
mom,
the fact that she uses Snapple fact, because y'all people don't understand them Snapple facts.
and this is a true Snapple fact, none of that bullshit Snapple facts. My dad wanted to name me Stella. Like how Stella got her groove back. And I was like, when my mother told me, I'm like, yo, thank God. Thank God for you. Like, I don't believe in religion as much anymore, but think whoever is fucking pulling the string that they changed my name.
Wow. Imagine telling your friends. Wow. Stella. That would have been Greek as fuck, though. I mean, you really already got a Greek ass name.
My name's already Greek as fuck. Like,
what is your biggest screw up in the kitchen?
The what?
Your biggest screw up in the kitchen.
The biggest what?
Screw up.
Oh, my biggest screw up. I did think it was when me and Live had our fall apart.
Listen.
It's our mutual biggest screw up.
Listen. I said your biggest screw up in the kitchen.
Oh, in the kitchen. Sorry.
He's about to get serious.
I burned a cheese sandwich when I was 16.
What is a cheese sandwich? Is it a grilled cheese sandwich?
It was really a grilled cheese sandwich, and my homegirl from high school wanted a fucking grilled cheese sandwich. She actually said she was going to make it and didn't do it. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And then my mom walked in and smelled smoke.
Big shout to Burnt Bread.
And then we got the little George Foreman grill that became so handy and it became my best friend.
Big shout to the George Foreman grill. What
But
ridiculous?
I love cooking now.
I love cooking too. I'll be in here. I just had some. Bossy V could tell you because she was drunk when she texted me. What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing?
Wow. Wow. Did I ever tell you any stupid story that could possibly answer this question? Did anyone trick me into anything?
Yes, Bossy. I know. Big shout out
I
to
really
Bossy
don't
V
know
in the
right
chat.
now.
No,
Wow.
you good. You know, I can tell you right now. I can
It was
tell
a
you.
lot. Only because I've done a lot of stupid shit
Yeah.
that I just like. It's hard. I'm sorry. I gotta like skip.
I feel you on that. It's all good. You gotta skip. You gotta
Yeah,
skip.
that was just like one hard one. It's too many to tell.
There's a lot. Especially in the industry that we are in. You know, like it is.
I made a lot of mistakes in this industry. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, it took me 5 years to just start even getting a basis of what I'm doing, right? And I read a book, or partial of a book because everything in life is busy, but they say that the first year of the PR is like the worst. So 1 year of being a PR coming into a pandemic is like the equivalent to 5 years for 1 year. So I made a lot of mistakes and I trusted a lot of the wrong people and I slipped and fell a lot, metaphorically and physically. You know, so that question was just like, damn.
There's a lot there. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Home of the Unsigned Artist. Shout out to the Fast Round. I wasn't gonna kill you on here. That's not what we were trying to
definitely
do.
not killing me.
I was definitely not trying to do that. Big shout out to everybody listening. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna throw in one more song real quick. This is not the one that I want. And then what we'll do is we will definitely get into what's coming up with you, the team. I know supposedly I'm invited somewhere, so I got to get there.
Yes. So,
Hold up. Let's just come back to it. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists.
The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, Perfect aim can never miss, but who gon' break the arrow? They talking sideways, but never walk the straight and narrow. I think heavy, so I'm taking on the widest load. I'm trying to level up to balance out the highs and lows. I talk less to keep my eyes exposed. Watching for the opportunists in your crew, they disguise as foes. Being me makes me different from the rest. They shouting out your failures, but whisper your success. Yes, sometimes I'd rather hit the beach cheering vacay, but then I realize that each year a payday. Never will I ever stop, I will be forever hot. I'm a Scorsese on the mic with a clever plot. More crazy with the flow, I'ma let you tell it. Cop the drop for the low just to get you jealous. I'm getting way better, and I age better. Still remain cool even when they say it's strange weather. The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, They saying let's get it, G-Dep. They drying off while I'ma get my feet wet. Classic J's for the gear, I keep fresh. Nobody do it like me, keep sweat. They like live, you got that fire all along. But it's hard to hear your truth when you're lying in the song. They celebrate the weak but ain't admiring the strong. Bring a ruckus when I rhyme, but I'm quiet as the storm, man. I ain't trying to be a martyr or a slave. I was smarter and I change and go harder in my ways. Never been bitch, was a starter in my days. Ain't trying to be the artist, I'm the Carter of the game, man. Now my team running, we have the track support. Y'all can miss me with the comments going back and forth. We be the type to pull up on you, that's of course. But let me chill, it's my comeback, relax the floors. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me tonight. This is Love Johnson, the captain of the boat speaking. Yeah. I got Ebony Eyes in the back zoning out with me. Michael Bostic somewhere drinking Henny.
Somewhere.
You know how we do, man. EDC. This is my comeback year, by the way.
Let's do that.
They should never gave this dude a mic. Here we go! He's killing it. Watch out! He's showing love and he's mad about it. Madluh. That's why we say, come on, man, you already know. Madluh.
Shout out to everybody listening, tuning in to QSJRadio.com. Home of the Unsigned Artist. Katie K is in the building. Very lovely. Been having a conversation for a very long time.
Yo, you got me to talk.
Hey.
You got me to talk, so someone needs to give a shout out to you because I don't talk a lot like this.
Somebody said that Shorty don't talk. I think she has not refreshed her podcast.
I talk on my own show. I'll drive my boyfriend crazy with how much I talk to him.
But we love that. We love that. Shout to the boyfriend for
Shout
listening.
out to Muffin Man Pictures. So the reason why I was trying not to gas him up was because through this entire process of us dating, like literally our first date was going to be the give back. And he didn't know me from a hole in the wall, and he was willing to have one of our first dates be at the give back.
Wow, that's nice.
3 dates with three, literally spent the first 3 days together, like meeting up, going out, going home, meeting up, going out, going home. And then he came to the give back, and around all of my friends, all of my colleagues, and they literally had a fucking after party after. That's how cool they got with each other. And
so he embraced the situation.
Oh, he super embraced the situation.
Yo.
But it also goes to show, like, he's seen everything I do technically and knows that what I do is not a joke, which was comparing to what we talked about with my ex with the pandemic. He just discredited everything we do. And this was just like the first time I met anyone that actually gave me the type of support that I get from him. And it's not just me kissing ass because he's my man. You know, we shoot together. He helps me edit audio. He'll look over EPKs if I fuck something up. Like, he's literally my backbone.
That's what's up.
That's why I said don't get too gassed up.
That's what's up. And he licks bottom titty. Yes, big shout out to people don't understand that shit. Bottom titty is where it's at. Big shout out to everybody listening to it. I said it before. I have the opportunity to say that again, and I'm so hype. But anyways, big shout out to everybody listening, tune in to QSJ Radio. What is going on next? What are we looking for? I heard a few things in there, but what's going on for the next few months?
So we're doing the give back August 13th at the Shillelagh Tavern. But before that, we're actually doing a couple of events. We're doing my birthday event, which is June 10th, the day after my birthday, at the Shillelagh.
Gemini Life, what up?
Listen, I don't do that. I just do the weed.
Gemini Life, what up? It's okay. It's okay.
Shout out to the Shillelagh for putting up with us for 5 years. So So we doing the birthday bash. It's also a bash for our host for our show, Vicky Valancourt, as well as myself. Then we're just on the road to the give back right now. So we're collecting, donations of interviews for the artist, and we're also getting different interviews. Sorry, Mikey just said Mikey told me to tell you guys that the joint EP is coming.
Okay. Produced by QSJ right now. Let me stop.
So that's an amazing thing.
That is amazing.
We recently just got magazine spreads for each of the artists that will be performing at the Give Back. With Showcase magazine. Thank you so much for having us involved and collaborating with us for these artists that are giving their time and their talent. And I could drop some of the names. We have Akil Ali, we have SP the Artist, we have Titan of Rap, aka S-Rock, who's my partner in the event. We have July Quinn, we have Jake Goss. It's a nice little diverse mix. Jesus Christ, why is it $15? So sorry about that. And I'm calling my mother a cab. My mother is an essential worker. She works at a hospital, so I'm making sure she gets to work okay.
I feel you. Shout out to Uber.
Uber wants to be super wildin' right now for no fucking reason.
Man, it's
$15 for an Uber to go up Crescent is fucking wild. But we're providing so many opportunities this year. QSJ Radio just said they're willing to donate an interview. Well, before we started talking, he is gonna be there though to come chill and drink and smoke with me.
I guess. Big shout out to everybody listening. I think, yeah. Let's go. You might as well, right? But that's big. Big years. Big. A lot of things going on. It's so nice. Okay, Bossy V's talking about use Lyft switch. Katie,
what'd she say?
She uses Lyft.
Yeah, I should use Lyft, right? Even Lyft is hella expensive. They charged me $13. I was like, what the fuck?
Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Katie, it has been an incredible time.
Yes, it has.
We definitely going to do this again, okay? And hopefully it wouldn't be a post-pandemic type of view. We'd probably sit side by side with each other.
Oh, you come into the world and you haven't heard?
I love how people in my life like to schedule shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't scheduled a date, but it's coming.
So, it's fine because I got some people in this house right now that could probably hold it down, and we'll definitely go to these things. But I love it how everybody just tells me what the fuck is gonna happen with my shit. All right, just let me be. We do. Edwina out of Chicago. We do it because we love you. Everybody tells me everything that's going on in my life. But anyway, shout out to you. You know what? Shout out to Muffet. Yo, you been on my show. Yo, we lit. What you need to do right now is put Shorty to bed. You feel me? Like, let me stop.
Nah, Shorty gotta go clean up now. Don't do that, B. Shorty gotta go be a domesticated bitch and try to get this shit done.
Thank you guys so much. And for taking time to talk to us, and we'll definitely do this again.
Thank you so much again, Dave.
You already know, man. You already know. This was gonna happen. You know the vibes.
Nation Navigators through the mic. Here we go! He's killing it. Watch out! He's showing love and he's mad about it. Madluh. That's why we say, come on, man. You already know. Madluh. Follow QSJ Radio on Facebook. Keep connected with us. Twitter and Instagram. Follow at QSJ Radio. He ain't no DJ. sure acts like one. Traffic light. Traffic light is spitting everybody. Send those tracks in now.
Yeah. She loves tattoos, right?